Hey everyone, I'm Nathan Mixon, and today we're doing a video on why I can't lose weight. Now, as always, leave a comment in the comment box below if you have any questions, comments, concerns, and also subscribe to the channel and keep the channel growing. Alright, let's start the video. So, why can't I lose weight? So I get this all the time. I'm eating clean, I'm going hard in the gym. Why isn't the weight dropping off my body? Now, I get this question a lot, but instead of me answering your question, I'm going to ask you a question. Are you cheating? And no, I'm not talking about cheating on your spouse. I'm talking about cheating on your diet. I'm talking about cheating in the gym. I'm talking about cheating on your own self. Are you sneaking foods like cookies, pizza, maybe drinks or something? Do you have any kind of cheat meals going on where you think I've been working out for like 7 days straight? I deserve a cheat meal. Let me tell you something about cheat meals. If you are overweight, now this is me, I'm gonna be real with you. If you overweight, you don't need a cheat meal. You've been cheating your whole life. Cheat meals are not for you, alright? So if you're overweight, you need to focus on what you need to do in order to get the job done. Eating right, going to the gym, eating right, going to the gym, eating right. Now, what does eating right mean? What does eating clean mean? Alright, eating clean doesn't mean you go wash your food and then eat it. Alright, it doesn't mean you dip it in water and you go eat it. No, eating clean means proportioning your food correctly. Now, I'm not saying you have to go out there and eat all the green vegetables. I ain't gotta say you gotta go out there and eat all the fiber. I don't have to say you gotta eat all the low-calorie foods. What you need to do is learn how to portion control your meals. Because a lot of people eat to get full. It's like Thanksgiving every day. We go out to these restaurants and they bring you a full plate of food and you just devour it, alright? You eat appetizers, then you get the meal, then you get the meal, then you get the dessert, and then you're already overeating because you're eating too full. Next thing you know, you gotta unbuckle your pants because you can't really fit them right, and you walk in like you got pregnant or something. So you already overate because your eyes are more hungry than your stomach. There is no cheat meals when you're trying to lose weight. Alright? Cheat meals are something completely different. That's a whole nother video. Now, the key factor about eating is knowing that it's not about what you eat, it's about how you eat it. Okay? So like I was saying earlier before, meal portion control. Alright? You want to have your biggest meals toward the beginning of your day and then lighten that joint up lighten the food up at the end of your day. Okay? So it should be your lowest calorie meal. So you can still get fat off any food, alright? So you remember, too much of something can be bad for you, even the salad. Alright, you can load it up. You have your salad, which is great. You got your greens in there, you got your spinach, you got your carrots, all that other crap in there. And then you're gonna load it up with like bacon and then we call that dressing and stuff. That's what's gonna get you calories. So you're tricking your body. You think you're losing this weight, but you're really not, because you're overeating, even if you're overeating on a salad. So that being said, portion control. Don't cheat yourself. Stress. We all have it, some more than others, and stress is everywhere, alright? It's in our school, it's at our workplace, it's at home, it's in our relationships. Stress is everywhere, and we cannot avoid it, but we can work on it. Knowing how to deal with stress could actually help you lose weight tremendously. Tremendously. I'm gonna put my hands up because it's just that big. Now I'm gonna teach you something that you may not know. If you're stressed, it develops this chemical inside your system called cortisol. And if you don't know what cortisol is that thing that makes you get this appetite to eat and just eat crappy foods. Not like, I want to eat a salad. No, I want to eat like these snack cakes. I want to have this pizza. I want to have all these sodas and stuff. That's what cortisol do. And it's not good for business when it comes to losing weight. Okay, I get stressed out, but I don't eat like crap. I eat relatively healthy. Okay, so that's great too. But cortisol also slows down your metabolism. Okay, so when you develop all this cortisol in your system and you're still eating right, you're still eating good, your metabolism is slowing down. Alright, so you're not burning fat as fast as you would like to if you wasn't as stressed. So you have to figure out a way to deal with that stress, whether it's going out or relaxing, going to the swimming pool, getting a massage, something to help relieve that stress, because stress develops cortisol, and cortisol slows down your metabolism. Metabolism being slowed down helps you add on the pounds. Relieve that stress if you can. That's on you though. I can't help you with that. I can say, hey, don't stress out, but we all had to deal with our stresses a certain type of way. Sleep. Okay, so sleep is a crucial factor in losing weight. Now, I'm really bad about this, and people who know me know I'm like Batman. I'm up 24 hours a day, which is not good, and I need to practice it myself. But you need to practice it as well, and we're gonna do it together. Sleep is a must, okay? So think about it like this, all right? You're up all day. You up at work, you know, you're up at school, and then you up at night partying, okay? That's more time for you to put unnecessary calories into your system. And so by the time you get to like 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night, you're still awake. And guess what? Your stomach is still going, it's still active, and you're still hungry, okay? So once you eat that food, you're gonna develop this thing called the itis. And the itis is gonna make you all hungry and then sleepy at the same time. So you're gonna go to bed eating something you probably shouldn't be eating in the first place, and you're gonna go to sleep on it because your body's no longer wanna move. Alright, so that means you're gonna put unnecessary pounds by the time you wake up, and it's gonna stick to you. And then you're gonna be hungry again in the morning, because the less sleep you have, the more hungry you are, because you're using more energy, but you're also putting in more calories and moving less. And you need at least 7 to 8 hours, consecutive 7 to 8 hours. And sleep is good for you because it helps you repair your muscles, helps you recharge your battery, you know, because your body has to be recharged every single day. And if you lose out on your sleep, you lose out on the recharge, and you don't have enough energy for the next day. So you just think about eating because you think food is going to give you that energy, when it's actually the sleep is going to help you give you that energy. Drink water. This is water month. I know January is a month of water, so you have to drink water, because water is the essence that brings life. Now, water, I'm gonna tell you like this. Think of water like oil in the engine of a car. Okay, if you don't put the oil in the car, right, in the engine of your car, the car is not going to run as smoothly as it should be, so it can eventually break down. Same thing applies with water to the body. If you don't have water inside the system on a regular basis, your metabolism slows down and everything is not breaking down as fluid as it should be. So your muscles might be kind of tight, or you know, you might be constipated, things like that. So water is very crucial to weight loss. Drinking liquids like coffee and juices and sodas, that does not count for water. You had to drink pure H2O out of the faucet, out of a water bottle, you know, water, okay? So that's the water that actually counts, because you want your pee to be kind of like a clear color. If you going, I gotta go to the bathroom right now, so actually let me go to the bathroom. Anyway, your pee should be a little bit clear, okay? It shouldn't be like a dark yellow or anything lower than that, all right? I'll put a chart right here, boom, pow. All right, so the pee chart. Anyway, depending on your activity of the day, your water intake might be different from the next person. So if you're working out all the time, you might want to drink a little bit more water than 64 ounces if you're not doing, you know, but 64 ounces should be the minimum. Goals. We have to set goals. And I'm not talking about a whole bunch of other goals, because people set too many goals. You have to set one major realistic goal. Focus on it and figure out what you need to do to get there. Those will be your milestones, but you want to concentrate mainly on that goal, whatever goal that you put your mind to. Stick to the plan. You have to keep yourself motivated and keep your eye on the prize, all right? Quitting is not going to be an option, all right? The best thing to do in order to set those goals and actually meet those goals is set timelines, all right? So, say for instance, I want to lose about 20 pounds by this date, okay? So you need to figure out how much weight you need to lose in a week, in a day, or whatever, and what you need to do to get there. So you need to have your workouts in progress. You have to have your meal plans and all that good stuff. Sleep, it's a scheduled plan. You have to plan. If you don't plan on winning, if you don't make a plan, you plan to fail. All right. So that being said, make a goal and meet that goal. And if you don't meet it, if you get kind of close, that's great. But you know, after you meet that goal, set another one and another one. It doesn't stop. All right. Health does not stop. Fitness does not stop. And you shouldn't either. Now, there are a ton of reasons why you're not losing weight, and I haven't covered every single one of them, so expect another video about this. But if you are falling under one of these categories, make sure you fix them, okay? Because it's all on you, okay? I can only guide you. I can't make you do what you want to do, all right? It's up to you. You're grown, all right? So that being said, or you might be a kid and you can still make your own decisions when it comes to your own health, okay? So that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe, like, and comment if you feel like you want to explain to us what's stopping you from losing weight. And maybe you can touch it up on the next video. Alright, I'm Nathan Mixon. I catch you on the next video. Peace.